Hello and welcome to Bargain and Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich. We're playing a little more Powerwash Simulator and the Tomb Raider DLC, doing more of the Lara Croft obstacle course here. Let me put my camera over the side, hit continue, and here we are at one. I noticed when I was looking through the video last time, trying to clip out a little bit of the story for TikTok, that I did not finish this little bridge way back here. So I'm just going to grab that real quick because it'll be one of those things that'll show up on the list later on. I did not all the way back here. You have to see obstacle 12 low box. So I'm going to gap, see all the little lines in between. I'm going to have to just get up on here. They come at it like this, and probably have to come back at it from the other direction. Oh, look at this. I didn't finish any of this. I was slacking, wasn't I? I was in the middle of, story time, just yapping about that one when I was talking about the pierogi and pooping myself incident. So, you know, understandable. You get wrapped up. Plus, like, I went from here and grabbed the ladder and brought it back to get some more of that. And completely forgot about the low box here. Oh, look at that. That too. Wow. Slacker. I'm such a slacker. Like, oh, this is just a pain to get these little bits. I'm just waiting for it to give me a little, oh, you did good enough sort of thing, but I don't know that it is. Is that the whole? It's not the whole. That's that one that side is. We gotta. What a pain in the butt. No wonder I skipped past this. I didn't want to do it. There. Oh, it's like multiple parts. There, that one's done. That one's done. All three parts are done. What a pain in the butt. That's all done. That's all done. Onward. I think we finished all of this obstacle 9, but I want to take a look at it from the other side. Block step is not done. Alrighty. It would appear to be done. Walls. Looking through TikTok for how people were, hashtagging this game video. I mean, of course, most of the stuff from this is a bit older because the release time was a while ago. But the part of what we're doing in the Bargain Subscription Gaming is exploring all of the stuff that's in our backlog, that's in our Game Pass or PS Premium. And this is one of them. This is one of those things. For my money, I'm getting a lot of value, a lot of fun out of this. I do enjoy making the things shiny and clean. Also gives me a chance to just kind of chat with the audience, so to speak. Ooh. Dad went out to lunch yesterday and brought me back. I told you guys about the Greek Islands, and he'd sworn he went. And he brought me back those beans, but he also brought me pistachio. I didn't even have to cook dinner yesterday. Because, I mean, between those two things, that was more food than any person probably should eat by themselves anyway. I ate it all. It was delicious. And, of course, they send you home a loaf of that fresh bread that they give you while you're in the restaurant, which is delicious. I ate most of that as well. So, as a diabetic, I did not do the right thing yesterday. I had starch and starch and starch and starch. And I have no regrets. The beans, lima beans were wonderful. Pistachio was just so good. I mean, I think I like that more than I like lima. I mean, I like lima beans a lot. It's one of my favorite foods, and I love it when Dad brings it back. But oh, so this is the whole thing. It's not just the back here. So let's get this side. And then I just managed to get. There we go. Shiny and new. I do not myself get out to eat very often at all. I don't care for it, especially with the pandemic. I mean, they treat it like it's over, but you know, people don't mask in public. People don't cover their freaking face if they cough or something like that. It's just like, you know, I'm living with 7-year-old man. He already lost my mom last year, or over a year ago now. My aunt, you know, she died because of COVID complications. I would rather not lose my father or even myself. You know, I'm diabetic and, you know, not a young man. So why go out and hang out where people are stupid? I mean, if I want to deal with stupid people, I got the internet. Like all of you. No, just kidding. Y'all are wonderful. The smartest, the best. Oh. Just clipping through this thing, huh? Well, 58%. So maybe not clipping isn't the right word. I forget what the other things. There's got to be like some point where you're like cleaning a temple or something, right? I don't remember though. Gotta wonder what these guys are gonna do if they're gonna make another game like Powerwash 2, the Electric Boogaloo, or just keep selling DLC, or they're gonna move on to other games. I was looking through the, you know, offerings on PlayStation, you know, what comes with it, and there's like a lawnmower simulator. I don't know that I want to mow lawns. I kind of, to test them in real life, I think spending that much time and energy on, you know, grass is not a great thing to do. But you know, it might be fun to go and have pretend machines and stuff, but it's not the same as this. This is got a certain level of silliness that I appreciate. I have to go get ladders for sure. It's a very big one. Alrighty, look at you go. Look how big this is. Looking at my other games I want to play, I'm gonna do some more Tales of Arise just because I like it. I know nobody's watched any of those videos yet, but it's a lot of fun. And I like my stories. My stories. You say that like those people that used to talk about how they watch their soap operas. That's kind of, you know, video game soap opera. Especially that one. If you guys haven't seen any of that yet, you really should, if not watch my videos, play the game. It's just so drama, so fun, so silly. Very will they or won't they? I could never with a Renin scum or whatever. It's like, oh my god, they're gonna be boning before you know it. Very tropey. Outer Worlds I was clipping along with too, I think. Finally got to that first spaceship you go to. Though they've announced the date for Fallout 4 4K update, you know, or the next gen update, which, you know, we got it given to PlayStation people and also Xbox fans of Game Pass. But I have most of the achievements on Xbox, so I think what I'm going to do is download it on my PlayStation and start over. You know, fresh saves, fresh you know, nerd points to play with you guys, talk about it a bit. I don't know how much of it I'm going to do. I know there's some bits of it that get a little annoying, but I really enjoy Fallout games. I liked going out there. I remember playing it and I had a whole freaking collection of power armor outside my first base there in that first city where you start, just lined up. I had companions try to use it too. I've learned in a lot of those games, even though you want the companions to do their quests and make them happy and stuff, at the same time it's they just run around and either get in the way or end up just killing everything when you're trying to get challenges and experience and stuff, and then your companions just running around blammo, blammo, blammo. Felicia Day's character in Fallout New Vegas was very much that sort of annoying character. She was a Brotherhood of Steel woman with a power fist, and she would just run around and punch the crap out of everything. Curb. Dirty curb. You, sir, have a dirty curb. Fox. I probably gotta get up. Get up and get down. Jump around. Jump around. Might need a second ladder. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Cleaned our stick. Our step. I've also been watching a lot of these TikTok videos trying to figure out how people are hashtagging stuff, but also like just because like they start feeding you this stuff you like, so you sit there and just stare at it all day. And there's a whole language of things kids are saying. I know it happens every generation, but I'm like, I got no idea what the hell they're saying or what they're talking about. Concepts. And they're mostly not the game things. I know my game stuff. I've been doing this all my life. I know what I'm doing. And even if I'm not good at some things, I've got years of experience with it and staying with it. Nothing about that confuses me. But when they start talking about just cultural things, I'm like, I have no idea what you youngins are going on about. Your words scare and confuse me. That's I don't know if you guys ever remember the old Saturday Night Live bit with Phil uh, Hartman, where he's like a caveman lawyer. This whole bit's like, I'm but a simple. It's like I'm a simple country lawyer. I'm just a simple caveman lawyer. Is kind of the thing you would do. And your words, your fire scares and confuses me. But then he'd like do this legal argument that's like kind of ridiculous or something like that. It was fun. He was a funny man. Greatly missed. That's another thing about like the internet availability of stuff like YouTube and even TikTok or something like that. As you start seeing these stories like about the death of Phil Hartman and things like that. Like all the inside stuff that you had no idea. There was gossip rags and stuff back in the day, but like it's not the same. Like this is like people just spilling everything because it's a podcast or somebody talking about it. And suddenly they're just like, oh, let me tell you everything that happened here. All the videos they do about the fat guy Chris Farley, all his buddies, like, yeah, I loved Chris, but he was a nut job, and I didn't think he was long for the world. It's like, it's sad. There's nothing they could have done, but it's just like, they all kind of knew that dude wasn't going to last. He was going to burn out. Fat man and drugs don't mix. I mean, it's just, you got to be in fighting prime for age and weight will get you every time when you try to abuse those things. You think, oh, I'll be fine. And it's when you have the big old heart attack or just terrible reaction to something because you're doing something your body doesn't want to do anyway. And if your body can't handle that sort of thing, you're making it work too hard with like speed or something or coke, all that crap. It will do you in fast. People talk about like I think they used to joke about it, called the Colombian diet. People doing a lot of coke to get skinny or doing meth or something, and it's like, yeah, they may do drugs in favor of food, and it may speed up the metabolism, but it like just destroys the body at the same time. And it creates this like whole dependency that you don't understand just how terrible it is until you've seen somebody in the middle of their third day of a coke or meth binge. I used to be a bartender, and you'd have these guys come in the bar, and it's like, especially chefs and stuff, like it seems to be a popular thing with them. It's like because they'll work like a lot of hours, then they'll have like a period of time off or something, so they want to party for that whole period of time to just like doing the drugs so that they could party the whole time. Craig Ferguson, I think, put it best. It's like, for him, he's like, I didn't think of cocaine as a drug. I thought it was a vitamin that helped me keep drinking. That's the kind of mentality. It's like, because, they're up for 2, 3 days. The first day's not bad when you're a bartender. Not bad. I mean, it's bad for you. I mean, when you're dealing with the people, they're not off their rocker yet. But after 2 or 3 days of them just being nuts and, you know, not sleeping and doing it in drugs, it just, you want nothing to do with the people by then. You're just like, please take them away. Don't let them in the bar. Don't make me have to keep giving them drinks they could just keep chugging down like it's water, because it's being counteracted by so many uppers and stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit brutal, and like just to deal with something like that. At least, like for me, at least I was the bartender, so like that was easier. When I was doing a door before that, and being a bar back or a door man, like that is almost harder when you're dealing with those people, because you gotta like make the call about trying to get them on the bar. There's the whole like, I don't want to piss the person off, and because like if they're a regular, but also you don't want to like if they're friends with the owners, or if it's a small town, you really don't want to create any real small town drama by like banning or kicking somebody known in the town. If everybody's like, hey, why is so and so banned? It's like, because I'm coked up to the gills, in my bar for 3 nights running. That's why. And you might think that's a reasonable thing to say. I don't want them in here, but you quickly learn that small town things where people know each other. It's like, yeah, well, deal with it. This is so and so. They got connections with this person. You can't just be kicking them out of the bar because they're obnoxious. Give them a week-long ban, or learn not to overserve the person who's already come in intoxicated, on drugs. Oh yeah, I'll learn how not to overserve that person who's obviously started out overserved. That's a good idea. Man, I am just getting strange text messages these days. From people I don't know. Of course, I'm not going to click on anything like that. That's never a good idea. You still stop and say, why is my phone making a text noise? It might be important. It might be my family. Nope. It's some sort of spam. I think, for me, which is weird, it looks like it's spam coming from some sort of like RNC sort of thing. It's like, who in the right mind thinks I have anything to do with any of that? No, never. In this lifetime. Probably not even if I won the big lotto and suddenly had all the money in the world and didn't want to share it. $500 million. I probably would still say, these are terrible people. I don't want to give them money, even if their whole goal is to make sure I never pay taxes again. I'd still rather not have anything to do with them. Or maybe that's it on purpose. Somebody's like, Rich needs to learn. He needs to have all these text messages from these people because he's got to know that he's wrong. I've had that. You ever had that on Facebook where it's like, if you post anything even slightly political, you have that one friend who doesn't post anything but jumps out of nowhere and suddenly decides it's time to get in an argument with you about, or do actually, you're wrong, and then like, it's like, they're not coming with facts, they're just coming with bullet points and stuff. It's like, you could try to argue, but you're not going to win because there's always some other thing that they're going to point out, even when they're full of shit. The whole social media thing has gotten stranger. I remember starting out when I was doing the blog back in the day, and then we saw that there were things like Friendster and stuff out there. We saw that Facebook was kind of taking off, and thought, maybe we gotta pay attention to this. And we all started creating the Facebook accounts, and it got huge. Everybody was on it, and now it's like the youngins. They say that's old people stuff. That's boomer stuff. And yeah, there are a lot, but they were late to that game. Actually, they thought it was stupid that people were on social media. They later got to it, like to kind of do some socializing with each other, more as like a way to connect, like messages and stuff. But the people who were really on there, the people who were really connected, first and foremost, I think on Facebook were the Gen X people like me, and then a little bit on Instagram. We saw it as like, why do I need this if all that stuff is already on Facebook? So a lot of us kind of resisted that. Twitter, some of us went there. Some people preferred that. For me, I just thought it was like, I don't need short form, especially the whole 140 character thing. It seemed like brevity did not seem like it would ever lead to any sort of good discourse. So, like, while I made a Twitter account, I never really did anything to it. All I did was I would post pictures and videos on Instagram, and then it would cross post to Twitter, which would then cross post to Facebook. But then, like, as soon as they all decided that Twitter was a bad, evil thing, that like they could no longer let their apps talk with it in a friendly sort of way. I didn't post anything anymore. I just kind of gave up on it. I go look at it every once in a while. It is absolutely filled with people who want to fight about politics and sex workers. Like, good for the sex workers. It's probably the only place they can actually exist anymore. And even there, they're like, they can't do anything too much, anything too provocative, or else like their stuff becomes unsearchable and they can't promote themselves. Like every other thing that they ever use, Patreon, LiveJournal, whatever the other blog things that they were on, I forgot what they were called, but like all of them said, no, you can't be here. This is, the money people said no, so we can't have you no more. So their last refuge, for the most part, is the Twitters. I'm just. I remember Snapchat was huge for a little while. I never touched it. I don't know if it still is, if the kids are still using it. I know that like some, I think that the sex workers were trying to still use it because they would sell like the access to their Snapchat or something. Like just pay for the this fee for so much time and you get access to my Snapchat. Like, yeah, I got no money, and no, that feels like you've crossed a line when you start going like from like, oh, I really like watching this person's content, to like I'm kind of cyber stalking them now, or I'm in a strange way thinking I'm in a relationship with them. It's that stupid thinking that gets all these guys thinking, I love this person, if only they knew how wonderful I was. So, yeah, not for me. Not for me. I don't oppose any of them making money like that. OnlyFans or all those sorts of things. Go for it. Make your money. Pay your bills. I just don't know how much of a market there is. It seems like there's a saturation point when everyone in the world's got one. It's like, and then like they're all going for like the monthly thing. It's like dudes are used to having a variety of everything available to them on the internet. I don't know that they're going to want to, pay just for your content on a monthly basis. It seems like you're asking for more than most guys would be like, I got bills to pay. if they're going to do it, more power to you if you can get it. At least like where you see like the content creators on like TikTok and stuff, then you can see directly like how they're making their money. It's like once they get enough people, enough views, the company's paying them, you know. So, and then they start shilling the products. You see that sometimes the YouTube creators too. They start like, this is a sponsored video. Some of the gamers do it too. Like they'll get I've seen some of my favorite people like they'll say this video is sponsored by PlayStation or Xbox, and like they'll get just given a game to play and asked to do a video about it. And as long as you're upfront about it, I'm cool with that. Take it with a grain of salt how much you like it, and you can see if like your content is like you actually enjoying it, or if it's more like, well, I'm paying the bills and I'm taking the money and running. There's still a little on there. We go. So this one's still little. There, I gotta get up on top of the box. What's in the box? We're at 93%. Clipping along, getting it done. I wonder sometimes about like with my ramblings and stuff, some of the subject matters I'm pursuing, if I know the AIs kind of go through this, and not like I really got to worry about my stuff really being looked at anyway, because I'm just trying to get eyeballs on any of it. I worry, a little bit about the things I'm rambling about. If like, will this keep it from getting seen? I don't want that to happen. I'm willing to self-edit a little bit, self-censor a bit. I understand that there are things you don't want people to talk about. And I get when you're alienating your audience by talking about your political biases. It's like, yeah, I'm not giving people like political theory or telling them what they should do. I'm just saying this is me. They can take it or leave it as I go. I'm just rambling, man. I'm just trying to fill the time while I'm spraying down the obstacle course. And I hadn't planned out any particular subject matter to cover today, so just going off the top of my head instead of anything planned. I should, I think, in the future when I'm doing a Powerwash or a game like this, Lightyear Frontier, when I'm just kind of working on a base or something. No Man's Sky, if I'm not doing the permadeath run. The permadeath run requires a lot of focus, but like if I'm just gonna go do regular No Man's Sky or something, show y'all like just a regular sort of playthrough or the survival mode, that is not going to require 100% attention. That's something where I could like easily start rambling, doing story time while the job gets done, while the gameplay is just background noise. You see that a lot with if you guys ever watch like Flats' videos on his channel, like you'll see some weird title that makes it seem like it's got some big thing he's doing or something, or he's got talking about, and that's Overwatch content creator Flats. But like then you'll see he's just like it's linked to gameplay. It's like basically just gameplay. It's not even him like talking over. Like if you just get one of those, for me it's like, nah, I'm not that interested in that when it's just him playing. Because I mean that top level play is all the same between all those people. Those games kind of look the same no matter who's doing it. It's more interesting to me when you get like people my brother's skill tier level is gold or silver tier or something like that, or some of these streamers on TikTok. I'll end up getting sucked into watching their stuff because it's like a whole different variety of things that happen in those games that you just don't see in the top level play. But I do enjoy the ones where guys are just like the gameplay is just kind of background, something to give your eyeballs to while they tell you their thoughts. He used to do those in the videos, the best ones I thought Flats used to do. So you just get in the training range, you'll see him playing Cassie, just rolling around on the roof shooting things and just ranting to his Twitch stream. And then they'll clip that out for you know, a YouTube video. And often, you know, he's got a pretty in-depth take. He's played a lot of the game. He knows how it works. I don't always agree with his take because he's very much a streamer point of view, a professional game player point of view that doesn't really, I think, work for like selling games to the rest of the public or something, or just like casual gameplay for the rest of us. So it's like, this game needs to be like this. And like, yeah, well, it might help you guys with your make it more fun for you guys, but the company wants to sell the game to the unwashed masses like us. It wants people who are not playing it 90 games within the first day of the season or something. 10, so it's gonna be 11. That one up there. Let's suppose I can see the filth from down here. No, and I left all the ladders over there, didn't I? Didn't I? Run, Forrest. I'll finish this one and take a look at what the next one is. And then I will move on to something else for the day. Let's just go up the top here and fall off. Out there. Yeah, I see it. Really? Alright, this one. Net pins. Also 11. This is 11. 6, 6, and 7. I'm just taking it with in case I need it. 9, 9, 7. Okay, what part of 7? Brackets. Obstacle 5, 8. 7 brackets. So it's just this one over here, yeah. Am I gonna have to like, yeah, I might have to just get up here. There we go. Obstacle 6. Okay, there's the brackets. Net pins. There we go. Job complete. So you zoom along. Nice, nice. That looked good. I like that. Let's see what our next one is. Next one is Laura Cross Jeep and Motorboat. That'll probably be a fast one for us then. I will not record that today, though. We'll do that next time. If there's other games on Game Pass or PS Premium you'd like to see me play, put that down in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.